Welcome back to Game 2 of our doubleheader here on the SAGU Sports Network. The SAGU Lions are tied with the University of Science and Arts in Oklahoma, the 20th ranked team in the NAIA, 0-0 here at the start of the second half. Now, John, what did you see in the first half that is leading to the Lions being able to play so closely with the Drovers?
Well, I see that they are really possessing the ball through the middle, pushing forward, moving the ball quickly, not allowing the defenders to mark anyone, and it's resulting in several shots on goal, many corner kicks, and it's just a matter of time before the Lions will put one of those in if they continue at this rate. At the same time, the Drovers stopped going over the top, and they started possessing the ball the last 15 minutes or so, and it resulted in a pretty even played half, and we'll hope to see that much of the same in the second half.
You see the difference in shots there. USAO had 6, SAGU had 2. We'll see if the Lions can turn up the offensive heat a little bit here in the second half as we get underway, and SAGU is given the first possession of the second half. Opportunity here for the Drovers. Some good defense there as Mugambi had to try to get it around 2 guys. And Owusu reeling it in.
Right off the bat, you can see the Drovers are just, probing those lanes, trying to figure out where the run or the pass could make it through, and very content with controlling, moving the ball, and taking advantage of any potential holes in the Lion defense.
Drovers going to get themselves a throw in here. Still in Lions territory. Owusu taking it to the corner, looking to set something up here. Crosses it to his teammate, and that ball is high in the air and brought down easily. Mugambi had a shot at a header in towards the goal, but looked like it came off the top of his head and went way straight up and came down, no harm done.
Once again, Drovers just moving the ball quickly, looking for those passing lanes. Much better start to the second half than the first half for the Drovers.
You see Parker Sturgeon with some tough defense on there on Mugambi and blasting it out of bounds. Like you said earlier, when in doubt, kick it out. And indeed, that's what Sturgeon did. No call there. Owusu went down. And towards the middle, a race for it. And Cardenas was right there for it. And Cardenas not giving up on the play. And that's something Juan Cardenas brings to this team is hustle. And it's going to pay off. He's going to get the turnover here. But it's going to go right back to the Drovers. Good hustle there by Juan Cardenas. Chase that ball down and get it away. Even just for a second.
Great hustle by Juan. That had to be done because you could see that the Drovers had us back on our heels, and he tried to do it individually, release the pressure, and we'll see if that works in this next minute or so.
And Castro at the throw and got it to Ambrosi. Ambrosi dancing around the sidelines, puts it back towards the midfield. And Owusu with an opportunity here, 3-on-3. Mugambi gets it over to his teammate, Lillan Evans, but a good job there by Cesar Espana to stop that offensive threat. Mugambi, you see, gets it over to Evans, and Evans with the try to get to it, maybe to put it around with his left foot, but a good job by Espana to stop that before anything got started. It looked like USAO had a definite clear opportunity there, so lucky break for the Lions.
You can see there the center back calling the midfielders to come back and help, and that's the proverbial dilemma. Do they come back and help, or do they stay forward and try to develop a counterattack? And that's a question the Lions will have to answer throughout this second half.
Slowing the pace down a little bit right now are the Drovers. And that pass was a good read on it by Sturgeon, but as he went up to get it, it went off his foot. And And a little bit out of control there.
First 5 minutes, the Lions seem very reactive, little build up or action on their offensive end, and direct result of the Drovers and their intentional attacking and pressure on the ball.
España booms it past midfield. And a throw-in now for the Lions, just about midfield. Sturgeon with his eyes up, looking for something here. Gets it over to Castro. Castro puts it up to Bonilla. He's got a shot at it. Back to Bonilla, header. That's going to get in the goal. A good job, Isai Bonilla with an assist to give SAGU the first goal of the game. You see here, goes off the defender. And Bonilla gets it right back to Sammy Duarte, who gets the first goal of the game in the 49th minute.
Great start by the Lions there this second half. You can see there, push the ball forward, stay with it, cross it, nice volley out of the air, right in front of the 6-yard box, and great goal for the Lions.
The assist from Isai Bonilla to Sammy Duarte breaks up the 0-0 tie in the second half, and SAGU's got a lead on the 20th ranked Drovers. We'll see what kind of attitude they have here in the last 40 or so minutes here. See if they go conservative or they try to stay aggressive. I think this early in the second half, you have to stay aggressive, even with a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, you're often taught once you score a goal, it's kind of the old rule of 2 minutes. You want to get another one in 2 minutes because you feel like the defense is already on their heels. So you just continually push and try to really put them under the gun. And so we'll see how the Lions respond, or if the Drovers can step up and equalize.
Well, they have an opportunity here because they have a goal kick, or a corner kick coming to the Drovers. And it's going to be taken by Liam Madden. Madden sets it up, and it's in the air. Oh, a good job over the goal. Good job by Duarte, who just scored the goal.
Great job on that back post, doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
It looked like he used his shoulder to knock that out of the way. Heads up play by Duarte. You see him there punch it out with his right shoulder, and the ball goes out of over the goal and out of bounds.
It's the way you draw it up in a training session. Just far post, stand there, use your body or your foot, and get it all out of there. And that's what he did. Great job.
And España showing off that leg again. Verzi with a little bit of a shove. Looked like he got away with it.
Yeah, I think the ref was letting advantage develop. The Drovers had the ball, no use in stopping play.
Ball hanging around midfield for a little bit here. The Drovers can't seem to get the ball any deeper in the Lions' territory. And the Lions going to get it back here with the throw-in opportunity.
Lions seem content with letting them play those flanks and the touch line, play it wide, and as long as they keep the ball in front of him with a 1-goal lead.
Long pass ahead. I think they're just trying to clear it there with the Lions. As Owusu has it now. Back to the middle.
Good ball movement by the Drovers. Probing, looking for those lanes. Lions are doing a good job of holding their positions, keeping their formation.
Solomon giving chase to that one, but cleared again by the Lions defense. Danny Castro with another good clear. And there is Castro again. Bonilla trying to get it to Ambrosi. Ambrosi unable to get to it. A good idea there by Bonilla.
Once again, you can see a lot of possession for the Drovers is either in midfield or in their defensive third, and the Lions are content with that, especially with a 1-goal lead.
And a lot of the Drovers' offense being played at midfield now. Not something you want for the Drovers down 1 goal here. You want to try to, like you said, get it deep into the Lions' territory, and they're really unable to do that right now. Some good defense being shown by the Lions. As they have an opportunity here, gets it over to Bonilla, and he looks to go cross court again, or cross field again, and tried to look for Ambrosi, but cut off easily by the defender. Sturgeon with it now.
Great combination play there.
Over to Castro. Looking in the
That
corner.
wing player just continued up the line and resulted in good things for the Lions.
And he had Juan Cardenas on the other side, but he was unable to get it to him.
Lions try to have some possession here, waste some time, pull them out of their shape, and try to get a second goal.
Another good kick by Espana. Joe Kemp with it now. Going to the other side of the field to Owusu. And off the foot and out of bounds. SAGU gets possession back with a throw-in now. Castro to do it again.
Trying to switch the ball there, change direction real quickly, get the defense out of position. Now we're just going back and forth, kickball. See if anyone wants to maintain possession and put some passes together.
Bonilla, good job to get the ball over his teammate. SAGU see if they can set something up here. Long pass ahead, looking for his teammate. He just got to take it over to the side. It looked like he was long pass from Parker Sturgeon over to Isaiah Bonilla.
Nice diagonal run through the back of the defense. One-on-one there. Both of them played well. Results in a throw-in for the Lions.
And deep in Drover territory as Castro prepares to take it. Gives it to Sturgeon in the corner. And taken away from him by the Drover defense. Good job. A combination there of Evans and Owusu.
Try and put some pressure on the ball. Lions did a good job of maintaining possession. Now they're out of it. See if they can put some passes together and develop an attack.
Bad pass there from the Lions. Gives the ball right back to the Drovers. And they are charging. There's Kemp. Gives it to his teammate on the far side. And it is Brandon Kalu. See if they couldn't set something up there. And they could not. Giving SAGU the ball back here with a throw-in.
Sometimes you fall into the trap of being content with a 1-0 lead, and so you kind of set back and play a bunch defense.
SAGU's got something working here. Good defense there by the Drovers to come up and steal that ball away as Bredman gets it over to Kemp past midfield. Magambi with a chance there. Good job there by the Lions defense. Deflect that ball away. See if they can't get their eyes upfield and try to work something here. was no call, as Joe Kemps is a referee.
Referee says play on. It was shoulder to shoulder, 50-50.
And it looked like he tried to wrap him up there, and the referee said no. He says he got the advantage still. He got his hands on both shoulders, so was looking to wrap him up.
A little frustration showing on the Lion playing there, but once again resulted in an advantage for the Drovers, and so no whistle was needed.
Definite frustration. And the Drovers going to have a corner kick as Liam Madden taking it again.
Lions seem very back on their heels, content with a 1-goal lead, and we'll see how that plays out these last 30 minutes or so.
In the air is the corner kick. And a header attempt jumped a little bit too soon, did Owusu, so it goes.
It looked like the keeper got his hand on it and just was able to flick it away from the oncoming head of the attacker there, so great play by the keeper.
I did see one hand rise above the crowd there from Hispania.
Throw in for the Lions, see if we can build some pressure of our own, get it out of our defensive third.
And here comes Yaw Furka. He steals the inbounds pass, or the throw in. And they just reset it and get it back to the goalie. Try to set something up here. Are the Drovers down 1 here? It's just about 29 minutes to play, give or take, here in the second half. Trying to go across the field, and it looks like to get into the corner. And they've got a shot here with Furka, who gets shoved down, and still with it is Maxwell. Maxwell lost his footing that time. And you mentioned earlier, a lot of players seem to just be losing their footing. Maybe the field conditions are starting to get a little bit worse here as the game goes on.
Yeah, the pitch seems a little tore up, and so it's probably resulting in some bad footing. Their players' boots aren't able to really keep them up, so we'll see how it goes. It may make a difference in a game, especially in a 1-0 game. So
Madden gets it back. He's got a shot here, and that's going to be over the net. Cesar Espana was out of position as he lunged for a ball.
yeah, the Drovers wish they had that one back. That should have been easy. Tap in, equalizer, great cross.
Looks like Bredman had a shot at it, and off the left foot, just in the wrong way, and it sends it over the net. A wide open goal, and he just misses it. SAGU very fortunate to be up 1-0 still here instead of in a tie game. Looked like it came off the hand of Espana, who was outstretched from Madden. Gets a hand on it, and then Bredman has a wide open net. Nobody even touches him, and it goes over the top. And you see all the players are frustration. Hands hit the heads. They cannot believe they just missed a wide open goal.
They'll talk about that if that stays 1-0 the rest of the game. Once again, it seems like the Drovers are really pushing and pressing the attack, while the Lions are content with just setting back, hunkering down, playing some good defense, and trying to ride out this 1-0 score.
Here you see the scoring summary. 1 goal today. Sammy Duarte in the 49th minute, breaking that 0-0 tie to give the Lions a 1-0 lead, which stays the same. Again, luckily, as Bredman had a wide open net, no goalie in sight, and just kicks it over the top of the net, leaving this game at 1-0.
Lions have a throw in, let that ball just follow it all the way out. Run some seconds off the clock and develop your attack. That's why you see in a lot of professional games, throw-ins take a long time.
Sturgeon with a good job here. Sturgeon steals it from the defender and brings it up the field. He's got a teammate, and he's going to put it towards goal. It's just going to go wide right of the goal. Sturgeon stole it away from Agba Ubredi. You see him here.
Went off a defender, and so they're going to call a corner kick. No, maybe not.
It looked like it fit between the two defenders.
No, they did. But that shows you the difference. First half, he's got some supporters there, some runners, and this half, they're all back, and it's just basically 1-on-4. He created something with quality, and it results in a corner kick for the Lions.
He had Isai Bonilla just behind him to his left, but I don't think he saw him, and he decided to take it upon himself, and it just went wide right of the net. But let's see if SAGU can do anything with the corner kick here. And it's up. And then a sea of yellow or gold and green. Oh, Ambrosi with a good attempt at it. Out of midair with the right foot, put it towards the goal.
Beautiful volley out of the air.
Ambrosi here, off the header. Beautiful attempt. And the goalie just gets his hands on it. Wow, Ambrosi creating something out of almost nothing there.
Set pieces are so important. You can see the Drovers have controlled the last 5-7 minutes, and yet that 20-second span, we had a shot on goal.
Sturgeon again trying to get it ahead. He's got Bonilla to his left. I don't know if he sees him quite yet. And Sturgeon gets taken down. There's going to be no call here. It looked like it was in the box. But still no call.
Yeah, that was just good shoulder tackling by the defender. Good 50-50 ball, and he was able to win it. Easy call for the ref.
Yeah, we have a throw
scissor step there, trying to ward the defender off, allow the ball to roll and turn and go with it. Unfortunately, just not enough room. Touch line was there, and it's going to result in a throw-in.
Owusu taking the throw-in here for the Drovers. Trying to get it to the corner. Could not. Owusu gets it back. Sends it over to Connor Fay. Dumps it towards the goal. And a good job there by Juan Perla to head that ball out of danger. And SAGU trying to get the ball in the corner. Bonilla's got it. Coming strong was Agbu Ubredi. They blast that ball out of bounds.
You can see the Drovers are really pushing forward, keeping 2, maybe 3 defenders back, and so allowing the Lions on the counterattack to really push those flanks, get into that space, and that's why you're seeing these quick counterattacks going over the top. And Lions are really trying to get a second goal, try to put this game away while the Drovers are trying to equalize.
Corner kick, Isai Bonilla taking it here. The left-footed. Gets it up and headed away, but we got an opportunity. But Sturgeon had an opportunity at it and blasts it over the goal. And a goal kick now. As you hear, the header goes to Sturgeon, plays it off his chest, and off the bounce. Tries to get it towards the goal, but it's a little too much on it and goes over the net. Bonilla with it on the side now. Tries to get it up to Sturgeon. Sturgeon's going to get there but be called for an offsides.
But you can see the strategy now by the Lions. They know the Drovers are pushing up. Try to play those gaps, get in behind that defense that's pushed up high, trying to equalize and maybe get a second one and make it harder.
The Drovers get it in the corner. Oh, swung on and missed. Off the side post, and then in. A header off the rebound, goes over the head of Espana. And that's going to tie this game up at 1 goal apiece here in the 69th minute. You see here the ball goes off the post and then headed in just over the head of Espana.
You can see that the defender was trying to call for an offside because the one who scored had actually come back on, and the ref decided that he had established an onside position and thus was able to put the ball in the back of the net with the header. You know, the Lions disagree, and understandably, but now it's tied.
And the Drovers tie it up here in the 69th minute, 1 goal apiece. There you see Donaldson, Harry Donaldson on the goal, number 20 for the Drovers, off the rebound that came off the left post as Owusu gets it in the corner, trying to cross it to his teammate, and headed out of bounds by Mersey, but a diving stop there by Espana, and nothing even made it to him. But Donaldson off the rebound off the left post gets himself a header opportunity, and just so with some nice touch gets it over Espana, and nothing anyone could do, as we have a corner kick here taken by Madden.
The Lions just seem content to play, kept their goal, and as a result they lost it, and now the momentum is definitely not in their favor.
Another corner kick here for the Drovers.
At this level, you can't give too many set pieces like this. Both teams are too talented. They're going to take advantage of it.
And we're going to get a whistle on USAO.
A lot of pushing in that box on corner kicks.
A little too much that time, says the referee. The SAGU's going to get the ball back here. Booted past the midfield line.
28 minutes left. We'll see how each team responds, being tied.
He's got a teammate to his left. He had Donaldson, did Owusu, and it looked like he was trying to get it over to him, but just kicked it wrong and it went out of bounds. And SAGU has a goal kick.
The Drovers seem definitely more aggressive in their attack, trying to get a second goal. The Lions are just trying to recover.
And the header goes backwards over to his teammate. And that ball goes harmlessly out of bounds, out past the goal line.
Need some possession, the Lions do, to try to turn this game. Otherwise, you're going to continue seeing much of the same. Drovers in their offensive third.
Good passing being shown by the Drovers here. He's got an opportunity. He puts towards the goal. Good save by Espana. Punches it out of the way. And we have a penalty.
Easy call for the ref. That was not a wise play. Completely off.
And it looked like it was a SAGU player took down a USAO player. Some jawing going on now.
That's what happens when you're always playing back on defense. You get frustrated, you get tired, heavy-legged, and it's easy to commit a foul.
Free kick opportunity here for the Drovers. Almost straight on, a little bit to the right.
4 on the wall. Nice wall blocked there. Now see if it's a foot race to the ball and Drovers get it.
In the corner, some good defense being shown there by Rolando Hernandez. And we're going to have ourselves a corner kick.
Good job by the wall there to take the shot. And just out of reach and results in another corner for the men Drovers team.
The ball is up. And the header deflected and back out outside the box, but the Drovers still have possession here. A long shot goes over the goal. Espana with a good leaping attempt, but it goes pretty well over and past the goal there. As you see here, the shot from Connor Fay.
Had the space, took the shot.
Might as well pull the trigger if there's that much space in between you and the defender.
Especially with only 20 or 25 minutes left in the game. Tied 1-1. Might be a rebound. Get lucky. Hit the top of the post. Crazier things have happened in the game of football. Or soccer. Yes. Whatever you like to call it.
Castro tried to get it up the field to his teammate, but taken pretty easily there by Ubretti. Owusu chases it down. Gets it over to Maxwell, takes it in the corner. Tries to cross and it's going to go well out of bounds.
Good job by the Lions to watch that ball go out. Drovers are definitely got their foot on the gas and continually attacking. See if the Lions can develop their own counterattack or at least develop some possession to release this pressure.
Espana comes down with it, breathing heavily down the chamber was Lulan Evans.
Trying to go over the top there.
Right there in Espana's face.
Drovers seem very content with their attack, and so they can try those little chip shots over the top. Look a little fancy, but when you've got possession of the ball, you can do that.
And a SAGU player down. It appears to be Juan Cardenas, and indeed it is. Looks like he's just stretching out a cramp maybe. Some good sportsmanship being shown between the Drovers and the Lions.
Need a little water. Cardenas goes non-stop, and
he does go. Yeah, he does go non-stop. As we see here, the remaining schedule for the soccer season, especially here in October. Central Christian here at home, but we'll be covering a volleyball game that day. The women play 2, men play 4, and then they go on a couple road trips to Bethany and Fort Worth before they come back home to Waxahachie October 17th against Wayland Baptist. Right here on the SAGU Sports Network, another doubleheader. Women play at 1, men play at 3, and then we only have 2 more games being covered this season, and that's at the end of the year. Bacone and John Brown, just two days between each other, 1 and 3 for both days, women and then men. And that wraps up our SAGU Sports Network broadcast of soccer for the season. And here you see the other sports that we're going to be covering. October 6th, I mentioned we're covering volleyball at 7 p.m. against Texas Wesleyan. You'll finally get to see the Lady Lions finally get to see them again after a really long road trip this past couple of weeks as they take on one of the better teams in the Student Athletic Conference. And then next week is homecoming week as we get our homecoming game against Lyon College, the first-year football program, Saturday at 1 p.m. Tune in at about 12:40 for an extended pregame show featuring various homecoming activities. As Cardenas walks off, it looks like it was probably just a cramp as he's laughing it off, getting some water. And like you said, he goes 100% all the time. He's just everywhere on the field. And stuff like that happens when you play with a motor like him.
We'll hope that he gets some liquids and rub that muscle out and get back in there and give the Lions a good chance these last 11 minutes or so.
Probably add some stoppage time because of the Cardenas injury.
See the drop ball there. Drovers gave the ball up for the hurt player, and so.
And drop ball in that situation, if they decided to play, it would be dangerous, especially at a place like that.
That's why you can see the keeper was by himself.
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship there by the Drovers.
And try to get a forward pass over there, but Spania going to let it go. It's going to be off the USAO player, and SAGU's going to have themselves a goal kick.
A lot of these attempts seem harmless, but it just shows that the Drovers feel like are going to get the ball back every time, so just take a chance and try to get that second goal. And if you miss, you're going to win it back at the midfield and just continue on.
And a takedown there by Brandon Kalu on Rolanda Hernandez. And SAGU's going to have a free kick as we are over 80 minutes to play here, the second half of our second game. You see here, Hernandez.
Yeah, stepped on his foot there. Definitely foul. Unintentional, but players are tired, heavy-legged. It's easier to reach and step, and you get a foul.
SAGU throw in. Pretty good field position here, deep in Drover territory.
First time in about 10 minutes or so we've seen the Lions in their offensive third, so see if they can take advantage of this, especially with 10 minutes or so left in the game.
Ambrosi tries to set it up to his teammate. We're going to get a
offsides call.
I almost thought it was a foul call. But offsides is the call, so USAO gets a free kick.
Nice idea. Just step off, and that's the difference in soccer between
there you see the weather climbs a little bit, but that humidity percentage keeps dipping. So it's still, oh, good shot there. Good attempt, just goes over the net. So still feels pretty good outside. Nice breeze. It seems like fall has finally hit. I don't want to jinx it, but some good weather coming our way the rest of the weekend.
Don't know if the Lions are just physically tired or if they're just trying to maintain this tie, but Drovers definitely seem in the driver's position, continually forcing the action.
There's a pass up ahead. And Espania's out of position, but he goes and gets it. There's a good opportunity there for Bredman. He had a teammate with him. It looked like he had David Canuthia.
He actually does a great job here. It just takes a bounce off the defender's boot. And
he had Harry Donaldson with him, but he was unable to get it over to him. And Espana came down with it. Pretty good opportunity there, squandered by the Drovers. Owusu has it on the close side. But some good defense there by the Lions. They continue to play good defense. That was Juan Perla able to sneak that ball out of there.
I'm not sure what he saw there, but definitely an easy play for the Drovers defense. Another turnover. Offside call there. Number 7 was in an offside position, came back on, but didn't establish himself. Easy call for the AR.
SAGU has been playing a lot of minutes on defense in their own end here, ever since scoring that first goal of the game in the 49th minute. With about 5 minutes and some change left over, we'll see if SAGU can maybe put something together here, but the Drovers have done a good job of keeping the ball on offense.
The Lions just don't seem to have any coordinated attack. Even that was easily contained by the Drovers, and they're off. Evidently, one of the Lions disagreed with that call, and he's letting the referee know what he thought, and now they're having a conversation.
Ambrosi getting a little bit heated there as he felt like Agba Ubredi was maybe snatching his jersey and doing something he's not supposed to be able to do, but the referee telling him to calm down just a bit. But Ambrosi not shy about letting his opinion be heard. As Owusu has it in the corner, tries to cross it to a teammate, and it's going to go out of bounds. A little bit of a shove there by the SAGU defender. Play on.
Once again, you can see the Drovers just pushing, crossing, and looking for the bounce, the misplay, and when you're doing that over and over, good things are going to happen. The Lions just seem to be trying to hang on and maybe develop one counterattack before the end of the game.
Espana boots it deep again. With it is Maxwell. Gets it over to Owusu. Puts it up for a teammate. Oh, a good save by Espana.
Great save. Great cross.
Kalu
strike was excellent.
Had a very good look at the goal, and he put a lot behind it, and Espana was able to punch that ball away. As you see there, Espana putting his body on the line to keep this game tied, but we're going to have a corner kick here for USAO. Great save by Cesar Espana. It's in the air, and Espana goes up and snatches it, brings it down, kicks it downfield. See if they can push here as Ambrosi fighting for position, unable to get to it.
Once again, you can see 1-on-2, just trying to play moment of quality by the forward or the striker, and the Drovers had that well defended. Now they're on their counterattack.
And that ball goes out of bounds. Just kind of lost control of it, did Kyle Maxwell. And out of bounds again on the Drovers. Another throw in here for the Lions. Ambrosi takes it and gives it to Castro. Bonilla fighting for position, and he's going to win that battle. Bonilla gets it past the defense.
Got a little swim move there, push with the arms, push the defender out of the way, and
Looks like SAGU's going to have a free kick.
called it on the Drovers.
It's like Ubretti got a little bit too physical there with Bonilla as he tried to get past him. And Ubretti was the one who ended up on the ground, but they still looks like they called the penalty on Ubretti. So SAGU has a free kick here late in play. We'll see what they do with it here as Castro steps back to take it.
89th minute. Good chance here.
Puts it up and headed out of the way from the Drovers. And they are going to clear it. And SAGU has to step back and take it. And they're going to have a throw in at just about midfield on the far side.
Once again, it shows you can possess the ball for a large majority of the game. It just takes one moment of quality and you could be on the losing end of it. That's the beauty of football or soccer, and that's why it's so loved.
Bonilla in the corner gets to it, crosses it over to his teammate Ambrosi, and and he slips and falls. A beautiful shot opportunity for Rolando Hernandez, and as he goes to wind up and hit it, he slips and falls. And you mentioned earlier about maybe how the field is maybe not in the best condition right now, and I think we just saw why that would be. Hernandez had a beautiful opportunity. He plants his foot and slips. His left foot slips out from underneath him, and he had a beautiful opportunity at a goal there.
Yep, probably had more time to settle there, but he didn't realize that. And yes, unfortunately the slip, or fortunately, whatever team you're on, occurred, and we're still tied. But once again, just a moment of quality happened there, and lucky bounce. And
Ambrosi gets to it, trying to get to Bonilla, and he did not get it to him. The Drovers power it over the goal.
Probably have a few minutes of stoppage time here. Both teams seem content with just trying to make individual plays, long ball, and let someone try to get the score here.
And USAO with an opportunity here with some good defense, and the shot is going to go just wide. They just missed the goal there, went wide left, just past the outstretched arm of Espana, and a great shot opportunity there, just wide.
Looks like the Drovers were trying to give it a little square pass there, deflected off onto the oncoming runner, and took a great shot on goal, just a little wide. Keeper was there, just rolls out.
And a takedown there by Brandon Kalu on Mike Haverda. And you see here, Kalu kind of gets around him and indeed takes him down. SAGU's going to have a free kick here. Again, we are in stoppage time, and we could very well be looking at some overtime soccer here.
See if we can create something off this set piece.
The ball's up. And nothing doing there for the SAGU offense as the Drovers have to try to get it past midfield, and they do. Running it down is Owusu. He's got it on the right side and shoved down hard there by Daniel Rodriguez. Seemed like he didn't really have to do that. He got up underneath and shoved him down. Here you see it. He put his foot out. His right foot caught the left foot of Owusu. So USAO is going to look like they're going to have a free kick here.
I think they
called it
the half. Yeah,
they called it end of the half, which means we're headed for overtime.
Sometimes they'll let that play go and allow the kick to occur, but in this case, the ref just thought time was up, blow the whistle.
So we're headed for some free soccer here on the SAGU Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We're going to bring you the overtime period right after a quick break right here on the SAGU Sports Network. Stories of the game so far is missed opportunities. There's a couple of goals on both sides, SAGU and USAO, that should have gone in, but one was missed for USAO. It was a wide open net. Here you see this should be Roland Hernandez have an opportunity out of here, and that's the first goal of the game was by Sammy Duarte, and then off the post header goes into the back of the net. But a couple of missed opportunities. One goal goes just off the left foot of a USAO player over the net, just barely missed. Some good saves by Cesar Espana. We'll see if he can step up to the pressure here of overtime. Now overtime, John, 10-minute periods, sudden death. First team to score wins. They'll go a 10-minute overtime first. They'll have a 2-minute intermission if nobody scores, and then a second 10-minute overtime. And if nobody scores in either of those overtimes, it's a tie game. No shootouts, nothing like that. It is a tie if nobody scores in these two 10-minute quarters. But the second somebody does, the game is over.
Puts a lot of pressure on both teams with this golden goals format, and we'll see how they respond to that pressure
as you see
during this extra time.
As you see the scoring summary, Sammy Duarte for SAGU scored in the 49th minute, and then Harry Donaldson in the 69th minute, tying the game up at 1 apiece late in the game. SAGU unable to come back and score as the first overtime period is underway here between the Drovers and the Lions. We'll see what happens here in this very competitive game between these two teams. And we're going to have a whistle against USAO.
That second half, the Lions keeper really kept them in the game, made some great saves, and we'll see if the Lions can't pay them back by getting a goal here.
Sturgeon tried to get in Ambrosi, and unable to do so, and that ball's going to go out of bounds. The SAGU's going to have a throw-in. The ball was cut off by Ogbo Ubredi, who's played a very good game defensively. The tall, lanky 6'2" seems to cut off a lot of passes. As the ball goes out of bounds, and the Drovers get themselves a throw-in right back.
First chance for the Drovers to see how the Lions respond. Looks like they're going to pressure up high. Then they back off.
Ousu had it for a moment and then lost it. And SAGU back on the offensive. Outrunning everybody. Wow. The speed of the SAGU attacker gets it over to Sturgeon. Sturgeon has a shot and he misses wide left. Sturgeon had nobody around him and came off the foot wide left. Outrunning everybody was the attacker. Over to Sturgeon off the left foot. Misses everything. SAGU, another squandered opportunity there. Seemed like they had a wide open shot at least, and it goes wide left.
Yeah, great build up there. Just unfortunately the shot was well off its mark, and he'd probably want that one back, but still plenty of time left in extra time here to make up for that shot. First couple minutes, Lions are dictating play, really pressuring the ball.
Madden just dumps it towards the goalie, and Espana brings it in no problem.
Two reasons there. One, shot on goal, of course. You might get lucky, take a weird bounce. Two, relieves the pressure, tries to let you guys regroup, develop some kind of.
And Ambrosi is down, and SAGU cannot afford. Oh, that's not Ambrosi. That is Mike Haverda down in that play. He gets up. He looks like he's fine. See here, collision. Oh,
yep.
They bumped heads.
Meeting of the heads there. Good way to start out extra time. Lions really pressing, trying to create that opportunity. Drovers have yet to be able to really develop any kind of sustained attack. See the referee directing the Lions player to return it to the Drovers player because of the injury.
Ball punted away by the goalie. Owusu gets it over to Madden, or gets it over to Faye, I'm sorry. And a good pass there. They have it deep in the territory. He crosses, and it goes wide out of bounds. And SAGU's going to have a goal kick 4 minutes into this first overtime period.
Nice dummy run there. We call that a dummy run. The guy fakes like he's going to get the ball, lets it right through. He got a diagonal run, and he just didn't finish.
Madden taking the ball in the corner, and it's played well by the SAGU defense. And play on, says the referee. Donaldson over to Madden. Madden loses it. SAGU gets it back out towards midfield. Across the field to Owusu. Looking for some space. Bodies his way around the defender. Haverda puts it over his teammate. It's going to stay in. And they've got the ball deep in SAGU territory here. You got to watch out. He's swing and a miss. Let's go too much on it. It goes over the goal.
Once again, a lot of line defenders just ball watching, not know where it's at, flailing at it. Usually it happens when you're tired, and almost resulted in the game-winning or the match-winning goal.
Madden had a pretty clear shot at the goal there. There's too much behind it, and it goes over. No harm done, and Espana takes a goal kick and puts it out past midfield. And here we see USAO on the attack again. A good move there by Maxwell. Maxwell looking for a teammate. Owusu's got a shot off Espana and goes wide. And you see the defense, Espana yelling at his defense, telling him to get back. The defense is not doing a very good job right now of getting back and actually playing any sort of defense. Espana had to make a really good save there. And Owusu had a very good look on the goal. And as you mentioned, this defense looks like they are just winded this late in the game, especially in overtime.
Heavy legs. Makes it hard to be in position. Great ball movement there. Great save.
Isai Bonilla trying to get it around the defender. Finds Sturgeon. Sturgeon trying to get around the defender. He does. He gets it to the corner. Puts it over towards the goal. Easy save there by Austin Parker.
You can see that defender. He stayed back. Normally he would have either pulled back and contained that run or came up and hit it before it even got there, but because he was tired and unsure, it was allowed Sturgeon to get to it and then push it wide.
Bredman gets it over to Maxwell, over to Owusu, and Owusu over the goal. Espana pressured it, looked like just enough. Owusu had another wide open shot, and Espana just enough pressure on Owusu, and it goes way over the goal. Another missed opportunity for this Drovers team. That's 2 or 3 goals now that they've missed on bad shot opportunities. Or on good shot opportunities, just bad shots.
The story of the game, if it continues the way it is.
Espana setting up for the goal kick.
Drovers have several chances in this extra time. Once again, line defenders bunching in, leaving that wing wide open, and no one's coming back to help, and they just got an extra man on the side, and he's having opportunity after opportunity.
Owusu with it again. Let's see if he can get another shot opportunity here. Gets to the goal line. It's going to go out of bounds. And SAGU's going to have
Those defenders look tired. You can see they're staying inside, kind of playing it easy, and then they're Drovers are taking advantage of it. They're on that sideline right there.
About a minute and a half left here in this first overtime period. Running it down is Ambrosi, unable to get there. And Owusu battling down there. Connor Fay turns it over at midfield, gets it over to Sturgeon. He's dumping it towards the goal.
Definitely tired legs out there. You can see he's just trying to make a play, hoping for a bounce or a misplay. First 10 minutes of extra time, first 2 minutes the Lions dominated. Now it seems the Drovers have settled in, and
Owusu has another shot at it. Crosses to his teammate, and it's going to go wide left. He didn't get a good shot on it at all. Was Maxwell off balance with his right foot, couldn't really get anything behind it. As we're 30 seconds away from the end of the first overtime. I'm looking at some of the regulation stats as you look at this last play here. 21 shots to 7 in favor of USAO and 11 to 4 on shots on goal.
definitely our backs are tired, and you can see from the play that the Drovers offense just is going to keep coming. Maybe there'll be a chance for them to rest right here, and the Lions can recover for the last 10 minutes.
They're going to call the first overtime period. There will be a quick intermission here in between the overtime periods. Should be about 2 minutes long.
Definitely see a difference in the two teams. Drovers are jogging off, and the Lions seem to be just walking off the field. Hopefully this will be a good time for them to get a second wind and finish strong the last 10 minutes of extra time.
Again, some of the regulation stats. The game is tied 1-1, but the shots and the shots on goal vastly outweighed between USAO and SAGU. 21 for the Drovers and 7 for the Lions. 11 shots on goal for USAO and 4 for SAGU. As you see on your screen, realistically, if you look at these numbers, this game should not be tied 1-1.
Yeah, you can definitely see the class of the Drovers as they've gone through the game, taking advantage of their advantages on offense. However, the storylines have been missed opportunities by both teams, especially Drovers, and great goal play by the Lions keeper. Otherwise, this game would not be tied in the extra time that it is right now.
The Cesar Espana playing a very good game in goal. And you can see him getting fired up there in that last overtime period. His defense wasn't quite getting back and picking up their assignments and frustrating the goalkeeper as he yells at them every time he has to make a ridiculous save against the Drovers. But a couple of missed opportunities there for USAO, especially in overtime. Owusu had 2 opportunities at a goal. One went over and one was a really good save by Espana. Punches it out of bounds. But either way, if you're the Lions, the USAO attackers should not be that wide open and free for those shot opportunities.
Yep, that's where tired legs and just exhaustion come in, and we'll just see how the Lions respond these last 10 minutes. They can be proud of the fact that they're hanging with the #1 team in the conference, top 20 team. But I know that they probably want more than just the satisfaction of hanging with them. They want a victory here, so we'll see if they can't do something special here these last 10 minutes of extra time.
Now, if this overtime period goes by without a goal, again, the goal would end the game regardless of how much time is left. But if this second overtime period ends without a goal, SAGU would tie USAO 1 goal apiece. And if you're SAGU, I mean, a tie, as you see the scoring summary, Harry Donaldson in the 69th minute and Duarte in the 49th minute, your 2 goals of the game. If you're SAGU, a tie to the 20th team in the nation isn't the worst outcome in the world.
No, they should be very proud of what they've done. I know any team never really is happy with a tie, but like I said, playing the #1 team in the conference, moving up the table not having a loss with a lot of conference games coming up, it'd be a good win or a good situation for the Lions. However, I'm sure if you ask them, they want to walk away with a victory here.
Yeah, definitely a tie to this team is not the worst thing, but scoring that one goal in the second half and then giving up one in the 69 minutes, surely you walk away thinking you should have won this game. But the numbers really, the numbers prove differently as far as shots go. SAGU realistically should not be tied right now with USAO.
Yeah, the keepers really kept them in.
Absolutely.
And misplays by the Drovers. But that's the game of soccer. I've seen teams dominate other teams and lose, and it's just a matter of executing at the right time and playing it through. And we'll see how the Lions do these last few minutes.
9 minutes left here in the second and last overtime period. And SAGU trying to get the ball in a position where they can try and score as Bonilla gets it over to Herverta, but unable to get to it.
First really combination of passes we've seen put together by the Lions. That last one was just a little too far ahead of that flank run, but once again,
USAO
good
has
start
a chance
for the Lions.
They got a chance here. Looking upfield. Got it over to Donaldson, and there is Kalu. Tried to cross court. Here's a shot here by Madden. Oh, good job by Castro, and Sturgeon clears the ball. Castro in just the right position to be able to save that ball from going in. Madden had a wide open chance at the goal as Espana was out of position. But Castro in the right place at the right time, being able to knock that ball away.
That line defender was definitely on line for the lower 90. He was there, knocked it out, took care of that.
Here is Madden again. Over to Owusu. And a chance here. And that's going to go in. And SAGU is going to drop this game 2-1 on a heartbreaking goal. And you see the SAGU players fall down in exhaustion and heartbreak in double overtime in the second minute.
Unfortunate there for the Lion players, but overall, well-played game by both teams. Outcome was probably fair based upon the stats and the overall possession time, but the Lions did a great job, and the Drovers, once again, are still on top of the conference and probably going to move up in the national rankings, so nothing to be ashamed of by the Lions.
The final score between USAO and SAGU, 2-1. The SAGU women fall in the first game. As you see, the final goal here, set up to Bredman, who has been an offensive force all day long, being able to penetrate with the ball seemingly the entire game, able to put the game away with that game-winning goal in the second overtime to take the game 2-1. There you see the scoring summary in the 102nd minute, second minute of overtime. Bredman puts the game away to go along with Donaldson's 69th minute goal, and Duarte the lone scorer for SAGU. Heartbreaking loss for SAGU today. Both men and women's team fighting hard, but both today picking up losses to USAO. The SAGU men's team, they dropped to 4-5-1 on the season, while USAO is now 9-2 and 2-0 in conference play. They should keep that number one spot in the conference. We'll see if they catch any more votes for the national NAIA rankings. And this has marked the third straight game that USAO has won against SAGU.